Me, 34M, partner, 37FM, is obsessed with a male streamer, 29M, and he's obsessed with her, I think. So basically my partner has been jobless for 1.5 years. She has been looking for work and had several interviews, but hasn't had any luck. She has started streaming in the meantime for the past 6 months. She joined a group of streamers, and there's one guy she is constantly watching and talking to. She stays up late to watch him. He's in America. And I took her out on Valentine's Day. After I went to bed alone, she stayed up and was gaming with him, giggling at him. I woke up at 2 a.m. and went downstairs for water to hear her flirting with him. I waited for her to come in the room and obviously told her that it was weird as fuck, and she told me I was overreacting and gaslit me about it. She goes to bed at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. pretty much every day now, and it irks me because now I just think she's up that long to watch him. I've been with this woman for 8 years. I don't know how to react to this weird relationship she seems to have with him. He's 29, and she seems to be enjoying whatever this is. He's American, and we are British, but it's so bizarre. Does anyone have any advice for me? You're not wrong, she is emotionally cheating. There is more to this story. She needs to tell you the truth. She's cheating on you. What's FM? I, 27 female, feel like my 44 female. Mom is financially holding me hostage when my decade-long dream is to move out of my home city, not sure if I'm the problem or her. I, 27 female, am from the East Coast and visited Seattle as a teen with my family and absolutely fell in love. It was the first place that I felt like I could see myself calling home. Since visiting, I've been trying to get back. I wanted to go for college, did 2 years here, and then wanted to transfer. But my parents talked me out of it, and I knew I wouldn't be able to afford it, to be honest. I didn't get into a school there, but I got into a very good, expensive school here. My parents basically told me we'd figure out payment for it, and that I should stay on the East Coast and save money living with them while attending the school. In order to afford my tuition, my 40 SF and 50 SM, parents took out Parent Plus loans. I graduated and wanted to move to Seattle then, but again they basically told me I wouldn't be able to afford it and convinced me to stay here again, work my way up, then transfer out. I did work for a year and then decided I wanted to get my master's in another country. I did just that, and for the entire year, they basically begged me to come back. Every time I visit, they bring up me moving back home. Every single visit. I graduated from that, couldn't find a job in the other country, and have since moved home. I live in the office space, so it's kind of my own bedroom, but not really, for the past year and a half. I couldn't find a job in my field, so I took a decent job to pay the bills and save up. Now I'm looking for a job in Seattle. Originally, my parents seemed to think I wasn't being serious. They think I just want to go to check it off my list and say I lived there. Now that I've gotten some interviews, they seem scared that I'm actually going to go. In fact, my mom and I got in a massive fight because she thinks I'm going to take any job just to get there, regardless of whether or not it's good for my career or if it pays well, just because I'm desperate and I want to get as far away as possible from my family. She's concerned I'll do anything to get there, even including struggling with 3 jobs just to do it. I told her I'd never put myself in that position, but admitted I'd be okay with roommates, and she took that as proof I'd do anything. I love my family, like a lot. I'm prob closer with my family than most people, so it's nothing about my family. I just hate this city and am ready to grow up and, yes, even struggle a little. I'm not saying I'm going to sell myself or something, but I'd be okay cutting back on things I like and sharing a place with other people to be in a city I love. But none of that even matters anymore, because she sprung on me this morning that I'm not only responsible for the loans I currently have to pay, but also the Parent Plus loans from my undergraduate degree, which will cost me a little more than $2,000 a month. I cannot afford this, meaning I'm stuck at home until I make above a certain threshold. I feel like my mom always springs up some kind of financial blackmail or something when it comes to me moving away. She does have valid points, like I know I need to make sure I'm really set to afford a certain place and lifestyle, but I feel like that's up for me to decide. The loans were never discussed before this, and I graduated from my undergraduate 4 years ago. I just feel so hopeless. I just turned 27, and my parents control what I can do with my life. My mom says she just doesn't want me to struggle like she did, and she didn't struggle as much as she did just for me to throw it away. But she had a very different life when she was my age and didn't experience moving away for college or anything. She was a teen mom. So how would she know? But Maybe I'm being stupid and naive, and I should stay with them until I'm making more than enough money that they think it'll be okay. My mom thinks I need to make about $150,000–200K to afford Seattle, which seems really steep to me. I was thinking I could make it work on 60–80K, but like I said, maybe I'm being naive. If she's right, it'll take me prob 5+ years to be able to make that kind of money. ESP because I live in a big city, but state that does not pay well. I feel trapped, like the world is swallowing me, and I can't do anything about it. Too long did not read. Been desperate to move from home state to Seattle for years, but every time I try to move, my parents hold some kind of financial issue over my head / convince me it's better to stay. Feels manipulative, but what to do anymore. You are not now and cannot ever be held responsible for loans your parents took out in their own names, knowing that they were solely responsible for repaying them. You are not responsible for paying the Parent Plus loans. Those are loans that your parents took out to pay for your education. They are in your parents' names. Your mom is lying to you in an effort to keep you home. Stop telling them your plans, and just do the things. You keep leaving room for negotiating by announcing your next move. Also, your mom's a liar and a manipulator. Sure, she loves you, but she wants to keep you a kid. My 27F boyfriend, 26M. S church band is hella weird about me and our relationship. How can we navigate this? My boyfriend is in a church band for a local Catholic church, and while I am happy he has a musical outlet, this particular church members does not respect our relationship. He's a traditionalist white male innocent nerd. Meanwhile, I am a black woman who's a feminist, and I am not afraid to speak my mind, but I am still very respectful. So for starters, they do a special service for Advent and Lent in which they play with handbells, and practice for the handbells consumes his weekends. We are a medium-distance couple, about an hour away from one another. The weekends are really our only times to see another. I attended a service a couple times, and got a cold feeling from the band and choir members. I'm guessing I sat too close to the band during service, and they constantly made remarks like, "Are you in the choir?" In which my boyfriend told me it's because I sat too close to the front, which made them assume, which would have been fine, but it was their tone. Their tone was more so condescending and sarcastic. Then, my boyfriend expressed concern that practice for the special services were swallowing his weekends, and that he wanted to spend time with me more, in which the leader of the band proceeded to tell him, "Your girlfriend is an adult, she'll have to understand that she can't see you every weekend." Then another instance is when he told some band members that he planned to move in with me, in which a fellow band member pulled him aside and told him the Catholic Church forbids couples moving in together before marriage. Totally not his business, nor place to say that in my opinion. Even my boyfriend found it weird. Whenever I attend masses there, I'm given weird and almost disgusted looks from the band and the band's family. I feel I no longer want to attend masses at this church, and I want my boyfriend to no longer tell his band members information on our relationship. This sounds like jealousy because he can't dedicate all of his weekend time to them anymore. I don't know how to bring this up to him. This is also the band he wants to play at our wedding, but I'll be honest, they sound like haters, and I don't want that negative energy there. How can I talk to him about this? You guys are significant other, not ready to be talking about marriage. Jesus. When I first read this, I thought you guys were in high school. LOL, what's wrong with you? I, 24F, have a crush on someone, 23M. I'm working with on a big project. How do I go about this? Help, loudly crying face. Hi. Okay, so too long did not read. I recently started working on a creative project with someone who's a bit more established in our local scene, and he's been really kind / supportive throughout the process. I realized a few weeks ago that I might be developing a crush, and now I genuinely don't know how to handle that when it started. Professionally, grinning face with sweat, would love any thoughts or outside perspective. More context. I originally reached out to him after seeing work he'd done on a project I liked, and we ended up talking more about ideas and creative direction. Eventually he shared something he thought could fit me really well. I tried it out, and we decided to move forward collaborating more seriously. Since then we've been talking pretty regularly about the project, etc. He's been very encouraging and has gone out of his way to support me in ways he honestly didn't have to, especially since I'm still newer in this space. At times it's felt a little mentorish, but also just very collaborative and easy. He's just a very warm person, overall reassuring, thoughtful, celebrates progress, checks in, actually cares about what I have to say, etc., some of that could absolutely just be personality / both of us being Lebanese, so I'm trying not to read into things too much. I've just noticed I really look forward to our conversations and catch myself thinking about him more than I expected. Like all the time, honestly. Nothing romantic has happened at all. We've just been friendly collaborators so far. I really care about keeping things professional and making the project the best it can be, so I wouldn't say anything while we're still actively working on this project together. Or it may be later either. I guess I'm more wondering about, after, is it okay to ever express interest when something started as a professional collaboration? Or is that usually a bad idea? Like, should I try to suppress it until it goes away just for the sake of my career? Or should I try saying something at some point? Also, he posted something joking on Valentine's Day about being single, which maybe made me daydream too much, lol. How do you tell the difference between someone just being supportive creatively versus actually interested? And how do people deal with crushes in creative / work situations without making everything awkward? And also, what do you do when you like a man? I've never had this happen before, lol. This is very new territory for me in a lot of ways, so I'd really appreciate any insight. Thanks so much. Hit him up after the project is finished.